Hey guys, welcome back to Kindergarten Ready. Okay, tonight we're going to take on a few more chapters in Junie B Jones. Are you guys ready? Okay, it's Junie B Jones and the Yucky Blucky Fruitcake. It's written by Barbara Park and it is illustrated by Denise Brunkus. You guys ready? Okay, now remember, she is all in to being the bestest winner and she goes to school. She beat Grandpa Miller when he babysat her that morning. But she played Grace and Lucille once she got on the bus into school, and they beat her at all her favorite games, so now she is so sad. So let's read chapter 3. It's all about carnivals. Mrs. took attendance. Attendance is when you say the word here. Only I didn't feel like saying it, so I just raised my hand very flimsy. Are you feeling all right, Junie B? Mrs. asked. She's okay, said Lucille. She's just mad because I beat her at hopping. Yeah, only I already explained that to you, madame, I shouted at Lucille's face. Mrs. clapped her loud hands at me. Junie B. Jones, that will be enough of that, she said. I put my head down on my table again. This day is a bummer, I whispered to just myself. Mrs. stood up at her desk. Boys and girls, may I have your attention, please? I would like to talk to you about a special night coming up at our school on Friday. It's called Carnival Night. Does anyone know what a carnival is? I do, said that Jim that I hate. A carnival is like what they have at the state fair every year. There's lots of rides there, like the Ferris wheel and the Tilt-A-Whirl and the bumper cars. Yeah, and there's a shooting gallery with fake ducks, said Jamal Hall. And there's cotton candy that rots your teeth by eating big black holes in your protective tooth enamel, said the boy that I love named Ricardo. Ricardo's mother is a dentist, I think. After that, a crybaby boy named William stood up very shy, and he said one time he rode the scary roller coaster, and he didn't even cry that much, except for he accidentally threw up his chili dog. Yuck. Then Polly Allen Puffer told about the carnival food that he threw up too, like a candy apple and caramel popcorn and a rubber band, except for that's not food, that's office supplies. I raised my hand. Carnivals are rip-offs, I said, because one time my daddy kept on trying to knock over 3 bottles with a ball, but even when he hit them, they wouldn't fall down. And so then he and Mother had to call the cops. And also, I witnessed snooze at 6 and 10. Mrs. laughed out loud. Yeah, only that is not a laughing matter, I told her. She stopped smiling. No, of course it isn't, she said, but I promise that nothing like that will happen at our school's carnival, Junie B. All the games are going to be run by parents and teachers. There will be hundreds of prizes to win. I sat up a little bit straighter. Hundreds? I said. Hundreds, she said. Yeah, only I don't even know how to win them, I said. And so Mrs. got out a piece of paper that told all about the carnival games. Well, let's see, she said. It says there will be a fishing booth, a penny toss, a moonwalk tent, a putting green, clothespins in a bottle, a basketball chute, a ring toss, and a booth where you can throw wet sponges at the principal's face. Well, just then, Room 9 started laughing very much because throwing sponges at principal is a dream come true. That's why. Mrs. kept on reading. It also says that Mrs. Hall, the art teacher, will be painting faces in the art room. In our very own Room 9, there's going to be a cakewalk. I jumped right out of my chair. Hey, guess what? Walking on cake is the funnest thing I love. Because one time at a picnic, I stepped on my grandpa's little Debbie snack cake with bare feet, and the creamy filling was very squishy between my toes. Goonie, shouted that Jim I hate. You Goonie Bird Jones, you don't walk on cake. A cakewalk is a game where you win a cake. Right, teacher? Right. Mrs. made squint eyes at him. Yes, Jim, but we do not call people the name of Goonie birds. Calling people names is rude. Plus, if you want to make a comment, I would appreciate it if you would politely raise your hand. Like me. Right, missus? I hollered out because I raised my hand very polite when I told you that carnivals were a ripoff. Remember? Remember that? Then a lot of other kids shouted that they were very polite too. And so I had to stand up on my chair so only missus could hear me. Yeah, only they can't be as polite as me. Right, missus? Because I said it first. Right? Right. Then Mrs. rubbed her head for a very long time, and also she took some aspirin. Chapter 4, Very Practicing. After school, I run all the way home from my bus stop. That's because Grandma Miller babysits me in the afternoon, and I wanted to tell her all about Carnival Night. Hey, Grandma Miller, it's me. It's Junie B Jones, your grandgirl. I've got some important news for you. There's going to be a carnival at my school, and I can win hundreds of prizes at that thing. Grandma Miller hurried out of Baby Ollie's room, and she looked grumpy at me. Shh, Junie B, not so loud. I just put the baby down for his nap. My shoulders got very slumpy. Yeah, only I'm excited down here, Helen, I said. Then Grandma Miller smiled a little bit, and she hugged me hello and said not to call her Helen. Yeah, only I didn't even tell you the bestest part yet, I said, because Mrs. read me the kind of games they're going to play, and so now I can practice them at home, and I can be the bestest winner of anyone. I hurried to the laundry room to get some clothespins. They're going to have a game where you drop clothespins in a bottle, I hollered at Grandma. Except for I can't find a bottle in this whole big laundry room, so I'm just going to have to drop these clothespins in a bucket. Because that'll give me the feel of it, I think. I got the bucket away from the mop, and then I dropped all my clothespins right in that thing. Hey, Grandma, I did it. I dropped every single clothespin in this big bucket, and I didn't even miss one of them. I'm a breeze at this game. I ran back to her. Now I need some pennies to practice the penny toss, I said. So Grandma Miller gave me all her pennies, and I ran back and threw those guys in the bucket too. And here's another fun thing. When Mother came home from work, she showed me how to putt with a real, actual golf club. Only no golf balls in the house, so I just putted a grapefruit and also a dinner roll. And guess what? That night at dinner, I didn't even growl about sitting on the telephone book, because everything was going my way. That's why. Look at her. She's practicing putt-putt with a grapefruit. After we ate, Mother and Daddy cleared up the dishes. They weren't even paying attention to me, so that's how come I sneaked into the bathroom to practice another game. Its name is throwing sponges at Principal. First, I got a sponge from under the sink, and then I made it soaky wet with water. Ready? Aim. Fire, I said. Then I throwed the sponge with all my might. It splashed right in the middle of the toilet pot. Bullseye! I made a bullseye! I hollered real excited. Only just then I heard a knock at the door. Junie B, what are you doing in there? Open the door. Oh no, it was Mother. I was in big trouble, I think. My heart got very pumping on account of I'm not actually allowed to play in the toilet. So I quick flushed a sponge down the pot. Only too bad for me, because that dumb thing got stuck in the hole. And the water kept on getting higher and higher, and then it run right over the top, and Mother banged harder. I said, open the door. I did a gulp. Yeah, only it's a little bit splashy in here right now. I explained kind of quiet. Mother unlocked the door with the key, and I smiled very pleasant. Hello, how are you today? I said. Mother hollered the name of Robert. Robert's my daddy, except for sometimes he's Bob. He came running in there. Well, good night, folks, I said. Then I tried to sneak out of there, but Mother kept on holding on to my shirt. And so even when I kept on walking, I kept on staying. She made me help her, and Daddy dry up with the water with the towels. After that, I had to take a bath, only I don't know why, because I was already wet from the toilet. After my bath, Mother took me in bed, and me and her had a little talk. Look, Junie B, Daddy and I know you're excited about the carnival, she said, and we also know you're having fun practicing games. But you're worrying too much about winning. Nobody can win all of the time. Right? She said. Right, I said. And besides, the fun of a school carnival isn't whether you win or lose, she said. The fun of a school carnival is just playing the games in the first place. Right, she said. Right, I said. So we'll go to Carnival Night on Friday, and we'll have a great time. And we won't worry if we don't win any prizes at all. Right, she said. Right, I said. Mother kissed me goodnight. See you in the morning, she said. Right, I said. After she closed my door, I waited for her feet to walk away. Then I quick took out a flashlight from under my pillow. I shined it all around my room. First, I shined it on my dresser, and then I shined it on my toy box, and then I shined it on my brand new bookshelf Daddy made me. I smiled and smiled. That's where I'm going to put them, I whispered to just myself. That's where I'm going to put my 100 prizes. All right, chapter 5 is called Stupid Dumb Carnival Games. All right, I want you guys to make a prediction. Do you think she's going to be good at the carnival games or not? Okay, all right, I'll see you back tomorrow night for more Junie B Jones and the Yucky Blucky Fruitcake. Good night and sweet dreams. Mwah.